Welcome back. Today, I'm talking about my thoughts on Fortnite Ballistic. We're loading into a match. I'll play it in the background as I kind of speak. My thoughts so far is I think it's a solid game mode. I think there can be some improvement with unranked, which is what we're playing right now. What I'm seeing with some issues is that people just leave in and out, and just like that, look, I got booted out of the game. There are definitely some matchmaking issues within Fortnite Ballistic. I'll go back to what I was saying though. Um, People just come and go on unranked, and I know there's no penalties in it, but I wish that the retention was a little bit better. I was playing one game, my first game of unranked, I think by myself. My whole team left at one point. It was kind of disappointing to see, but then as well, um, you know, me and my buddies were playing earlier, and we kind of just dominated the field so much that the whole team left. It was a 7-0 victory, and on the seventh match, the whole team left, which kind of sucks. Another thing that you just saw run into, I know the first time I loaded up unranked, it kicked me 4 times before I got into a lobby, which is definitely, kind of infuriating to play. I know this is early access, so they're definitely going to keep working out the bugs. I just wish kind of matchmaking was better before they launched it. And alright, I have nothing right here, but that's alright. Overall, though, I think it's doing pretty well. The player base looks massive, but it doesn't feel massive when you first log in, just because matches usually aren't full for unranked. But overall, ranked is always full, luckily. You'll get put in right into it, and the lobbies will be full. People rarely quit ranked. Sometimes they do if you're getting dominated on either side, which I understand. It can be infuriating to get dominated on. But overall, ranked looks pretty good. I'm not having matchmaking issues with ranked quite yet, which is great. It's mostly unranked that I'm having matchmaking issues with, which I'm not sure if it's a connection server issue with unranked and not ranked for some reason, which would be kind of weird because you'd think they would run off the same servers. But yeah, but overall the map is gorgeous. Look at this map right now as we're running around. Looks great. Everything looks pretty. I really have no complaints with the map. There's like cool little things that you can figure out, kind of like techniques like right here. You can peek right here. Device planted. Whoopsie. I haven't been doing my job too hot. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But overall, I think the game is really fun. The map's beautiful. I think the map's going to get pretty tiresome after a while. I know I played it kind of all day, so I'm getting kind of tired of it. And I probably shouldn't be playing it all day. That's kind of on me. Probably shouldn't have jumped too much into it, but I wanted to have fun before I kind of gave my opinion on it. The guns are great. I think the guns are really solid overall. I think they're going to add more guns to it eventually, or maybe, it will vary every round, which I think would be cool. Maybe like each map has its own custom guns type of thing would be neat. The pick your own devices thing is pretty neat. I always just pick the frag grenade, which is kind of lame, I know, but it's tried and true. I think that's pretty good overall. Oh my goodness, 3 of them. That's crazy. 4 of them actually. Overall, I think it's looking pretty good. I think we're off to a solid start. I really can't wait to see what more this game mode has to offer. And I think this is the first time Epic has deployed first person overall to one of their game modes. So I can't wait for like first person battle royale, because that's definitely going to come out. It's just a matter of time. But it looks really good. The first person's not too clunky. Mantling though with first person definitely can get clunky. I think that's the clunkiest part about it so far that I've seen. Running can look a little strange, but overall it's looking pretty good mechanics wise. Emoting, it's in third person, but that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. don't have too much to complain about besides the map and matchmaking. Again, I'm not really complaining about the map. I just think it's going to get tiresome depending on how much they put out a map. Like if a map comes out in a couple weeks, that's not bad. But if it's a couple months, I don't know. I feel like this game mode could die pretty easily then. Also, it's easy to figure it out overall. You can kind of figure out all the tips and tricks fast. I know I mentioned that before. So it's not too hard to like learn to adapt to this map and kind of get on your grind for it, which is great. You know, I think map knowledge is worthy and like part of the game skill of itself. But just if everyone knows the tips and tricks and there's nothing new to adapt or something like that, it might get a little bit old. And kind of frustrating for newer players if you're playing unranked at least. I honestly stick to ranked, oh man, the most just because, oh my gosh, I suck. I stick to ranked the most just because the player retention is a lot better. And then as well, I always know I'm going to get a full lobby. I think the players are a lot better too. Sometimes in unranked, you can kind of get really bad players, not like players that are like, you know, noobs and are just figuring out the game mode, players who just like don't care. In unranked too, I know on the lower levels before I was ranked up, there wasn't too much strategy, or like I was thinking that the ranked players were going to be super good when I first joined. They just straight up weren't. I carried my team. Some people got 0 kills on my team. I got 10. Just for example, the video's on my channel. I might be wrong about the stat line, but it was something like that. But yeah, those are my thoughts overall. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.